Like Chief and the helmet.
That was a great look for you, the helmet was.
Or Chief and the brown Volvo. Or even Chief and waking up after midday.
Where's Chief?
Maybe slipped in.
Our love guru Nathan Brown is here to give you the top 5 reasons to date the Chief, Jason Dunstall.
Chief's
You dare call me actually. If you walk out of the studio,
He's just having a quiet word.
he's actually got him in a sleeper hold.
It's all positive, Chief.
But you know the best part about it? Brownie's head didn't change shape at all in any
The
way.
forehead
good
did
one,
not
Duke.
move. So you're
That is
doing
very funny for you, Browny.
Top 5 reasons. I think we need, Leroy, I think we need to hear that again. It was so good. Let's play it again.
Like Chief and the helmet.
That was a great look for you, the helmet was.
Or Chief and the brown Volvo. Or even Chief and waking up after midday.
Where's Chief?
Maybe slipped in.
Our love guru Nathan Brown is here to give you the top 5 reasons to date the Chief, Jason Dunstall.
That's good.
That's a catchy little song.
Matty
It's a
Hayward's
prolific
killing
date,
it.
as we know. We've
Well
been
done, Matty.
Well
infatuated
done, Matty.
with the Chief, and I don't understand why this man is still single. I think he is a catch. I spend a
There's
little
very good
bit
reason,
of the
Brad.
week with him playing tennis, and I've been asking a few people, you know, the top 5 reasons why you date the Chief. So this has been a bit of a group effort. No.
This is all on you, Brown Dog.
No, can I just ask a question before you start? When you're down at the tennis centre and you're playing and Chief is sweating it out, do you notice that there is enough attention there, even with the time that you spend, that there would be options available for the Chief?
They're probably not down at the tennis.
Okay.
He's in a pool of sweat down at the
That's not
tennis.
even his
Not
best.
the most attractive point.
But it'll be
of
fair to
Chief.
say when we had our end of year function, all of our wives walked away saying to us
that'll be
separately,
that'll be
how
in
nice
here.
is Jason?
Don't
That'll
steal
be
his
in here.
thunder, Howard.
Okay, so number 5, he is, Chief, a great conversationalist. And this is very important when you are dating, because otherwise the date's going to get bored, Damo. And all of a sudden
As
your
you
eyes
found
start
out.
to wander around. And like Duke, before long, you've ordered the Uber and you're already out of there. It's not you, it's me, the whole conversation. This doesn't happen to the Chief.
And he's smart.
Because he's an intellectual.
He is,
He
yes.
is an intellectual. So that whole thing about dumb footballers, it's not everybody.
No.
Chief is an intellectual. So he
And
can
what I can
hold
tell you is, I don't write down little questions to ask women.
No
like
conversation
hold
wedges.
a conversation. Here's the number
you have a
4
pet?
reason to date the Chief.
That's good.
He's not in a hurry. He is a man with ample time. This is, and women don't like a man who's in a hurry all the
that's a
time.
good
This
point.
is a man happy to stay in bed till 11 o'clock, midday, plenty of time for a cuddle and a coffee,
yeah.
maybe
Yes.
even play some Scrabble and talk about life. You can discuss topics like international law and justice, the unemployment rate, renewable energy sources, maths, Chief's backhand. If he's not quite balanced, he drags into the net. Plenty of time to discuss the world issues with the Chief. So you go out, you have a fantastic dinner, and then all
good,
day
Brownie.
you can just lie around and do nothing like the Chief does.
And he can delve into a bit of politics. He can delve
Yeah.
into a little bit of...
Strong views on politics.
He has.
I'm liking the
Wants
first
to run as a
two. I
politician.
just get a feeling there might be a little bite in the last
No,
3. of the
so
show.
When I
That's good.
thought I'd been asking a lot of males their opinion, namely you guys. And so I thought, well, I've got the perfect female at home, Christina, who I thought she knows the Chief.
Yes.
Why don't I ask her why people would like the Chief, why they would date the
Yes.
Chief? And this is I wrote it down word for word, and
Okay.
I got her to stop and write it down word. These are her words. These are not mine. He looks like a man, so it's a good start. He looks like a man.
It's certainly not
strong,
a feminine
A man's
touch.
man.
a strong man's man. This is what she said.
Yeah.
And
This
so
really-
I started
Pretty
to
low
feel
bar
that-
from
I
Christina.
started to feel a little bit like uneasy at this point. No frills, no fuss, loving man who would stand by his girl. Jason looks like a man who you would feel safe with. He
Christina
looks
wrote
like a
this.
gentleman and a man who knows how to handle himself. That's coming from my wife, and
Wow.
I'm a bit worried about that.
When do you next have to travel interstate, Brownie?
And you spoke about that, Howie, about the night we all went out.
Yes.
So it's really important. I mean, friends can derail any relationship.
They
if
can.
you're not strong, if you're not glued in, they can derail anything. But the Chief showed us that the night we all got together, every one of them, everyone said how nice and charming the Chief was.
In fact, it was the best night we'd had
We
as a
probably
group.
told them otherwise along the journey.
Yes.
That they hear this grumpy sort of guy.
Don't sit next to Chief.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he turned into this charming, affable,
Gregarious.
likeable, nice guy. He wore a nice lavender shirt which suited his complexion, and all of a sudden they're like, "Why is this man single?"
He
I
wore
can only
a
concur with
lavender
everything you say, Brownie. It was quite extraordinary, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It's not on brand for Chief, fair to say, the way he performed that night.
And here is the number one reason
Okay.
to date the Chief.
Yep.
Because he has no natural predator.
Yes, that's a good
No
point.
natural predator. Chief could go to any dinner party, multiple guests. Say there's 8 guests at a dinner party.
Be politicians.
And still be the biggest presence
Yep.
there. A date likes to be proud of a man and his achievements. They almost talk about how good the achievements are. Now, Damo, do you
Yep.
know who Brian Schmidt is?
No.
No, he is the last Australian to win a Nobel Prize back in 2011 for his work on physics.
Right.
Howie, do you know who Dr. Charlie Teo is?
No.
He is a neurosurgeon out of Sydney. He's voted the world's best neurosurgeon.
Right.
And Duke, do you know who David Ritter is?
Not familiar with David's
He is
work.
the CEO of Greenpeace Australia Pacific. Now, I give you a dinner party with these 3 gentlemen and their wives or girlfriends and the Chief. So there's an 8 party. And the Chief just sits up and he says, I kicked 1,254 goals. I'm a 4-time premiership player. And then I handpicked the coach who then went on to pick the next 4. Call me Dynasty Dunstall. That's what they call me down at Hawthorn. And every guy in that room at that point wanted to be the Chief. And all of a sudden, when they see their dates and how much they love the Chief, then the women start to look at Chief to go, well, I'm not sure I'm happy with what I got over here. I might like the Chief over here, this Dynasty Dunstall man.
Tennessee
He's
Dunstall.
very good. He holds his own in a group of. He has no predator.
The man
And
from
I don't
Greenpeace
understand why.
might
and-
think about saving Chief. That might be the only distraction at the dinner party. That's very, very.
Yeah,
That's a
I
very
like
good top
it.
5.
So
wasn't how I pictured it, Chief. I'll be honest with you.
the-
It's not how I pictured it either.
But the obvious question to flow on
Why
from that
is he sitting here
exactly
solo, Howard?
why is he here single? Because you've got you've got
Very simple answer to that question.
well, before you answer it, I think Nathan's showed you've got so much to give. You've got so much love. That big physical frame of yours, you could just wrap a person up and hug them and bring them to life, Chief.
and never let
Why?
them go.
What did
No.
Christina say? He looks like a man.
He looks like a man.
A man's man.
So why,
Why,
Chief?
Chief?
Why do you not give more of yourself?
All those wonderful qualities that Brownie just spoke about, I embrace.
Mm.
I love myself. I am in love with myself, and we are very happy together. I enjoy my own company. I'm a very selfish man, Howie, and I love just running to my own clock.
So no potential partner can reach the height of love you have for yourself.
Correct.
That's quite
I think
extraordinary.
before the end of the year,
Yes.
we solve this issue.
I agree.
I think we'll find someone that can live up to that.
I think he's very happy with how he's at the moment.
No, he's not.
If they're not going to send him
Yeah,
happy
You
earth.
guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. I love my life. What more do you want than contentment in your
I don't
day-to-day
know.
living?
Have you got someone in mind, Us? Have you got?
I think
you're a matchmaker from way back.
No.
If you, ring in if you have someone in
don't
mind.
do that.
Chief.
No,
We need to take a break.
Don't do that.
The judge is joining us next. Well done, but I think it's something we should pursue through the
Juddy
year.
might be able to matchmake someone
Back
for
from
Chief.
Coachella, he'd have some
Yeah,
interesting
big
stories. Chris Judd, a Carlton champ, and now hangs off his wife, will join us next. The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Football.